Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Richard Fleming, and today is Sunday, the 3rd of January, 2021. Today's video message has to do with addressing the very people in the United States who are responsible for making decisions about what types of diagnostic and treatment will apply for people with SARS-CoV-2, as well as the people that we must begin to notify to call into accountability the individuals responsible for the development and the allowing of the spread of SARS-CoV-2, not only in the United States, but around the world. These individuals need to be brought to accountability for crimes against humanity and violations of biological weapons treaties. The last communication I had with the White House Task Force, Dr. Fauci, Dr. Hahn, HHS, FDA, CDC, Public Health Service, Senator Grassley, and the Budget Committee was back on November 25th, 2020, when I provided them with an update of the papers that have been published and are out on preprint servers, defining the three basic treatments for SARS-CoV-2, as well as explaining to them why people die with the virus. What I would like to do in this video is simply read to you and allow you to read along with me, should you choose, an email that I just sent out to these very same individuals. Dear NIAID, NIH, Dr. Anthony Fauci, Ms. Kara M. Harris, White House COVID Task Force Senator Grassley, Mr. Brett Baker, FDA, HHS, CDC, and the Public Health Service. During the last several months, I have submitted multiple emails to each of you, including information regarding NCT 04349410 for your review and consideration. This is the research project that I carried out. These emails included not only diagnostic and treatment information, but a detailed explanation of why individuals infected with SARS-CoV-2 die from an inflammothrombotic response to the virus, a response that must be treated to avoid morbidity and mortality, harm and death. The results of this work has demonstrated three major treatment regimens for SARS-CoV-2 infected patients. Treatments that would undoubtedly have saved hundreds of thousands of American lives and more than 1 million globally had it been implemented. I write to you again, encouraging you to look at this published research and incorporate this into a national treatment regimen for Americans. Having received confirmation from you of your receipt and plans to review these materials, I trust you have looked at them. And I again implore you to consider adding these treatments to the care of U.S. citizens as the SARS-CoV-2 pandemic continues to spread across this country and the world. I attached 3 slides below detailing treatments for various stages of SARS-CoV-2 infections, and you will find that as the leader image to this video. In addition to this information, I wish to also make you aware of concerns I and others have over whether there has been and continues to be a violation of international biological weapons treaties by individuals in the United States as well as individuals in other nation states, resulting in the development and dissemination of SARS-CoV-2. There is documentation of human modification of naturally occurring coronaviruses to increase the gain of function by re-engineering these viruses, including but not limited to the insertion of a HIV pseudovirus as well as a PRRA insert, the furin cleavage site. At least some of these violations appear to have involved individuals at EcoHealth, the University of North Carolina, and the Wuhan Viral Institute, all of whom received funding from multiple U.S. grants. These grants were provided by the National Science Foundation, the National Institutes of Health, and the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, grants that you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're U.S. citizens, are helping to pay for as I do. FYI, it's my hope that these treatments will be spread around the world, not just used in the United States. Some of these U.S. research grants include NSF Grant 2 IIS 0513650. That grant was provided to Italy, France, and the University of Indiana, focusing on protocols for the control of an infectious disease agent pandemic, as well as ROI A1089728 and ROI A1110700 used for coronavirus reengineering of HKU4 to increase viral infectivity. I am sure that each of you would want to determine if such violations of our international biological weapons treaties exist and to bring to those and to bring those to justice for crimes against humanity in international court as a demonstration of good faith by the US government, its people, and treaty obligations under Article 2, Section 2, Clause 2 of the US Constitution. Having submitted this to you, I look forward to hearing back from you regarding both the implementation of these treaty regimens for U.S. citizens infected with SARS-CoV-2 and the addressing of concerns over violation of U.S. International Biological Weapons Treaty established by the Biological Weapons Convention, signed by the U.S. 10 April 1972, ratified and deposited 26 March 1975, respectfully submitted, Dr. Richard M. Fleming. This has now been sent out, and it's been received by a number of individuals in addition to the ones listed in the Dear to whom it may concern line. The time for pretense is over. The time for inaction is over. Treatments are available. Actions can be taken to stop the spread, harm, and death of people with this virus. And actions must now be taken to make certain that this ceases to be a continuing theme and that those responsible for having developed and spread this virus are held accountable in international court for crimes against humanity and violation of international treaties on biological weapons.